It was good, guys. So today I figured I would take you through a very highly requested video, which is going to be a full day of eating. So basically what I eat on a pretty daily basis. I am a creature of habit, so it doesn't really change that much beyond this. Plus I find that with diet success, having it be as simple as possible and like getting in a routine is really important. So I just woke up, it's like 10:30, and I'm not really very hungry in the morning. Basically, I try to have 4 to 5 protein feedings a day, evenly spread, just because most research shows that optimizes muscle protein synthesis, improves your recovery, and your performance in the gym. It also helps with managing hunger a little bit. So what I'm going to have is 1 scoop of this STAUNCH protein, which is my sponsor. So if you guys want, which the macros on that are 2 carb, 25 protein, and 0 fat. So yeah, that's what I'm going to have. Not much, but I'm not really super hungry in the mornings. I'll have a bigger pre-workout meal, which will be the meal after this, and I head to the gym and kind of just show you how the day goes. But yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Okay guys, so it is a few hours later. I am going to be showing you guys my pre-workout meal. Keep in mind, so there's a few things I look for, and I specifically try to get with my pre-workout meal. So 1, I try to have low fats, so below 10 grams. That's because fats take 3 to 4 hours to digest. As well, they take, it's not the main source of fuel used during anaerobic exercise such as weightlifting. So I try to minimize that so I can have the carbohydrates in the meal actually able to be utilized, get in my bloodstream, keep stable blood glucose levels, and help optimize my nervous system, because carbohydrates have a very pronounced effect on your nervous system and performance in the gym in general. So I basically try to keep my fats low, protein moderate, basically an even spacing, so about 40 to 50 grams for me, and then a lot of carbs, fast digesting. And the food choices I'm going to show you right now are kind of like, keep in mind I'm coming out of a diet, so hunger is still pretty high, so I have to keep volume pretty high. But I'm just going to show you what I have. It's a little bit weird, and I haven't mixed it up yet, but basically what I have is I have a lot of rice cakes. I like rice cakes just because it's a simple source of carbs. This is 11, I believe. This is all I had. But yeah, this is 11 plain rice cakes. I'm going to put on a little bit of this Walden Farms just so that it doesn't taste as boring. And then this is just like a crap ton of egg whites with cinnamon, Greek yogurt, and strawberries. And the reason why I have that mixture of carbohydrates is because you have 2 transporters in your gut. You have GLUT4 and GLUT5, principally that deal with carbohydrate utilization. And so since fructose uses a different carbohydrate transport in the cell, if you combine carbohydrate sources via, a simple carbohydrate, and in this case rice, and fructose, which is going to be fruit, in this case the strawberries, you're going to be able to have more carbohydrate utilization into the cells, be able to use more carbohydrates. Also, it spares carbohydrate stores and glycogen during your workout, so you can work out harder for longer. And then additionally, I'm going to have a protein bar, one of these Built bars, a lemon lime one. Use my code Peeler to save money. Thank you. Yeah, link below. But that's my pre-workout meal. I think it's about 800 calories. Lots of carbs, moderate protein, minimal fat, and that's what I'm eating. So I gotta eat this and then head to the gym because I got an appointment. But yeah, that's what I'm eating. Macros on the screen, stuff like that.
But now that I'm gone, you want me back. Yeah, I gave you everything. I don't trick or treat, don't knock on my door. Don't want you no more. You broke me, and I don't wanna see you, and I don't wanna see you again. Now just trying, oh, to deny the fact that there's never less to you. I played the game but lost the bet. I don't wanna love again.
Okay, so I just finished up my workout. I am now about to head home. I have to do a crap ton of work and get school stuff done. I'm really busy right now with school and with work and with clients and with trying to train and all that. Lots of people, when they watch my vlogs, they're like, it seems like all that you do is work and go train and do school, and that's basically accurate. I have very little free time. So yeah, I'm going to spend my Friday night editing this YouTube video, getting client work done. So I got a few clients onboarded. I got a great plans for them. Get them comfortable, situated, and brief them, answer all their questions, respond to clients tonight. I have 3 essays due. I have finals I'm preparing for currently right now for spring semester. And that ends soon, and I'm doing like independent study, and that has a ton of essays because I'm doing a writing class. So yeah, I'm busy right now, but it is what it is, and I just gotta put up with it for the time being. I had a decent lift. I'm like really tired. I have not been sleeping well because I've just been having so much going on and working 17-hour days recently, and just not having that relaxation time at all just affects my sleep a lot. But it is what it is for right now. But yeah, good workout, got a good pump, and I will check in with you guys later. Okay, so I just got out of the shower after training. Usually I don't usually eat like right after I lift, just because usually I'm not super hungry. And it doesn't really matter having a meal within like the first hour, like there's no anabolic window or whatever. What matters is that you have an even spread of nutrients throughout the day. So basically, I'm just gonna have a little something, and I'll show you guys what that is. And then I'll have my bigger meals later tonight. But yeah, the whole post-workout anabolic window thing is kind of a myth that's been debunked. So as long as you're evenly spreading out your meals throughout the day, you're going to be okay. Especially just considering that it takes hours for a meal to be digested. So like, while there is some merit, like you do need to have food and nutrients to recover, as long as it's being spread out evenly, you don't need to worry about like minuscule timing like right after I lift. So yeah, rant over. Okay, so for my post-workout meal, I'm going to have 4 servings of Cheerios, some eggs and egg whites, and I'll probably put some peanut butter in too. So probably about 1 tablespoon of this, just because I need some fat. And that will be my post-workout meal. And I think it's going to be about, so we have 4 servings of this, so 120 carb, probably around 50 protein, and 20 fat. So yeah, that's post-workout. I think that's going to be like around 1,000 calories. So yeah, it's going to be post-workout. So basically, in terms of what you should eat post-workout, it's more or less the same as pre-workout, except a little more flexibility with fats, just because unless you're training 2 times a day, you don't need to worry about fats being there in the meal, although it's probably best to keep them below 20 grams just so that you can have glycogen replenishment as soon as possible. But it's not something you really need to worry about too much. But you go higher carbs, higher proteins. You should probably have most of your calories around your workout, periods of activity, whatever, just because it makes most sense. most insulin sensitive. Your body will uptake most of the nutrients into the muscle cell, into the fat cell, which is what we want. But at the end of the day, calorie balance is what mostly matters, but little tiny things like this can make a difference in the long term. Okay, so it's been a little bit of time since my last meal. I don't really want to stop everything that I'm doing with like work to have like a large meal right now, so I'm going to just have like a little bit of a snack, and I think I'm going to have this Eat Enlightened ice cream, this chocolate peanut butter one. It has 4.5 fat, 15 carbs, 7 protein, so multiply that by 4, so 2288, probably around like 500 calories. So that's gonna be like my little snack for right now, just because I'm doing some work and I'm kind of don't want to get out of the flow, but I gotta eat. So that's gonna be what I eat for my next meal. Calories on the screen, and yeah. Okay guys, so it is a little bit later on in the day. I know this is kind of clippy with just food video, like whatnot, but like it's kind of boring right now. Like I'm just working a lot, but yeah. So right now I'm just making like, this is literally like 2 pounds of potatoes in this air fryer, and then I have some egg whites I'm making in like this little, and like an egg, so I'm making in this little pan. And then I'm also going to have some of this popcorn. So 3 of these mini bags, just because I love popcorn. It's really good for you. I'm going to have a few rice cakes. I'm going to have 2 plain rice cakes, and then 1 caramel one. About 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and then I'm going to have some of this lettuce, like some spinach. Just make sure I get my greens in for the day, so I already have my fruits. And then I'm going to have 1 of these little Carb Master Greek yogurts, because they taste good. And I think that's going to put me right about where I need to be at the end of the day. I'm vegetarian, so I don't really eat meat. I do supplement with like zinc and iron though, just because if you don't, and if you do have a vegetarian diet, you're going to have some deficiencies. But yeah, like this is more or less how each one of my days looks when I eat. There is some variability, but this is more or less kind of how I structure my day. I also might have a protein shake depending on my protein's at. But yeah, that's just kind of looking what my diet is like right now. So in the next part of this video, you'll see like me talking about some diet stuff. But yeah, that's it for this video. So yeah, thanks for watching. I know this is kind of like, I'm kind of awkward with these, just because like, I don't really like full days of eating. I think they're really boring to watch personally. So, but a lot of you guys ask for this. So yeah, this is kind of what I eat. I eat normal food, and I track my intake, and this is just what my body needs. And I just make sure to get enough protein, enough calories, enough fat to maintain hormones, and kind of just let the carbs and the fats and the protein lay where they are. I'm not too strict about it. Some days the carbs are lower, some days the fats are higher, but protein and calories are always more or less the same. I'll put the ending macros on the screen right now, and yeah, that's it. Side note, this is what the potatoes come out like. Everybody should get an air fryer, just a PSA. A freaking bomb. Alright, so just to end this video, I wanted to just talk about a few main key points and takeaways that you guys can have from my full day of eating, explain a little bit why I do certain things, and I guess like how to apply them to yourself and whatnot. So first off, you saw that I had 5 meals today. That's not always the case. I have 4 to 5 meals per day depending on what my schedule is, and what works best for me. I try to evenly space out my meals and make sure that I have protein in each one of those meals. Protein is the most important macronutrient that we have. It promotes recovery, muscle growth, and it's just a really great thing to have. Most people should probably consume a little bit more protein than they currently do. But yeah, I have 4 to 5 meals per day, roughly evenly spaced around 3 to 5 hours apart. generally I have a little bit more time in between my bigger meals, and then I'll have like some snacks in between and whatnot. But anyways, just a relatively spread out. Since I do have a larger calorie requirements, just because I'm super active. You know, I get like 25,000 steps a day. I train for 2 hours a day intensely. I'm 6 feet tall, 175 pounds, mostly lean body mass. I just have a higher energy requirement, and that's going to be dictated just by a lot of genetic factors, activity levels, and whatnot. But where I'm going with that is that I feel like you should scale how many meals you have per day based on your body size and your calorie needs. Somebody who has a 1,500 calorie requirement, maybe having 3 meals a day is better for you for dietary adherence. For somebody like me who has, you know, who has to get to around 4,000 calories, I have to eat more food in order to actually, you know, be able to get that food in, not feel uncomfortable, have digestive issues, and like not being able to fall asleep, just have to shove in all my food right before bed. The most important things with your diet are calories and protein. Eat around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Find out what your calorie needs are. The way that you do that is by tracking your intake. Learn how to use a food scale. Track that for like a week. See how you're tracking your body weight yourself every single day. See how your weight is trending. That would kind of tell you if you're at calorie maintenance, surplus, and a deficit. If you're at a deficit, you'll be losing weight. Maintenance, you'll be maintaining your weight, and surplus, you will be gaining weight. That's literally what calorie maintenance or energy maintenance and all those terms mean. They're all in reference to calories and how much energy that you do have available. And then in regards to food choices, you'll see that most of my foods were made up of, you know, healthier options, you know, whole foods, rice. I got fruit, I got veggies in. But I also did allow myself some flexibility with the ice cream, with the protein bars. I added in some artificial sweeteners. And as long as you're having those things in moderation, you're okay. Anything in excess is bad. We don't have any evidence that artificial sweeteners are really going to be a super cause for concern unless you're mega dosing and just overdoing it entirely, which you would have to really try to do. So basically, my whole philosophy is practice moderation. Have foods from, you know, all sorts of food groups. You can fit in fun things like chocolate and candies and foods that you enjoy, cereal like I did, and just make sure that you account for it in your calorie budget. You got to remember that your small intestine doesn't have a conscience. It doesn't have a brain that thinks up in your head, not in your small intestine. So it doesn't really. It's the same way a calorie is a unit of energy, and it doesn't matter if it comes from Skittles or 100 calories from Skittles or 100 calories from strawberries. It's just a unit of measurements. In the same way that you can walk a mile or you can run a mile. What the difference is how you got there. It's the same thing with food. So yeah, and then find meals that you enjoy, that you like, that you can sustain. For myself, you know, the foods that you saw me eat, the meals are pretty much staples. I have rotations, dietary staples I have that I like, that help me achieve my goals. And I do pay a little bit more attention to nutrient timing and whatnot around my sessions and whatnot. That's just because I'm somebody who wants all the possible gains. Nutrient timing is about 10% of the equation. The biggest things is, you know, get your calories in check, macronutrients, enough fruits and veggies, make sure you're eating a wholesome diet consisting of mostly whole foods, and you'll see great progress and results. Nutrition is an area of science that is still emerging. We still are learning a lot, but we are kind of realizing that most of the times, different diets, there's no magical diet, okay? There's not any magical diet. The keto diet isn't inherently better than an omnivorous diet that incorporates all sorts of foods from different food groups and doesn't demonize any macronutrient. If you're using, and plus, since most of those diets are marketed towards weight loss, it's just a way to achieve an energy deficit, because that's the only way that you can lose weight in body tissue and body fat as a consequence. So find the diet that you enjoy, recipes that you love, foods that you can eat on a daily basis and that you like. For myself, it's rice cakes, because those have a crunch. Those kind of satisfy my craving for, you know, chips or whatnot. I really freaking like eggs. I'm also a vegetarian, just out of personal choice. It's not that it's any better. In fact, there are some nutrient deficiencies that you do have to address, and I recognize that, and I acknowledge that in my clip where I said that I do supplement in zinc and iron to make up with that, just because I want to be healthy fundamentally. But yeah, just find foods that you enjoy is just the main point. Don't feel guilty for indulging every now and then. You know, we're all human. We all have, you know, we all mess up. We are all not perfect. What matters is that you are as consistent as possible. You're trying your best and you are improving. As long as you're making progress and you do not quit, you will see results. The biggest piece of advice I have for anybody who wants to succeed with this, who wants to succeed with their body composition outcomes, becoming healthier people in general, is find what you can sustain, find what you can stick to, find what you enjoy, because anybody can do something for a month. What matters is what can you do for life to sustain a healthier body, to improve in the gym, be able to live longer, have a higher quality of life. No matter how good of a diet somebody proclaims something is, if you cannot sustain it, if you cannot stick to it, then it's not the diet for you. So make sure that you find something that you can stick to. That is number one. If you guys need help with nutritional guidance, with creating a plan that you guys you know, can stick to, I can help you guys find great foods and recipes that you might enjoy. You know, sign up for coaching. Links are down below. I'd love to help you guys out. But anyways, thanks you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later.